We're here with Blended Up Blending Principles. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna show you how the Vitamix heats versus freezes. And it's really just timing is one of the variables, and then ingredients. Even though our ingredients are gonna be pretty similar. I'm gonna make nut butter.
I'm gonna make a nut ice cream or nut freeze. Apple, nectar.
And what's this for?
I'm gonna add a lot of ice to freeze it. So I wanna sweeten it with something. You could use agave or Splenda or something bad for you, but I'm gonna use apple agave.
One thing I failed to mention was this container was wet, and when you're mixing oil with water, it's not a very good blend. It doesn't mix very well. So I dried my container out, added in about 3 cups of peanuts, and I'm ready to go to make nut butter. What else you got?
All I have to do is add ice. And I got about 1 part nuts, 3 parts.
And we're gonna both run these on high speed. John's gonna run his for about, what, 30 seconds?
Yeah.
I'll run mine for a full minute.
Yep.
So high speed, let's go. Oh, go ahead.
Now you might have noticed I went a little bit longer than I thought. I had a little extra ice, and so I blended a little bit longer. What I was looking for is these 4 little mounds. Okay, when you have those, then it's frozen.
So a couple of things I want to point out on mine too. If you watch the film back, you'll see I was holding the base, which I think is important with nut butter. And also when I was using the tamper stick, it wasn't like I was pushing down. I was just reaching to the corners, and I'll just get this dirty again. Couple of fingers, 3 fingers on there, just push to the corners, and that circulates. I see a lot of people pushing down in the center, and really you just need to go to the corners and go. You did the same thing with yours, right?
Right.
So it's the same concept. So really a few principles here. We're on blending principles. Blending principles. 1, how to properly use your tamper stick. Lightly reach to the corners. 2, timing is important. And ingredients. Ice and nuts in 30 seconds makes nut sorbet. Just nuts in 60 seconds makes nut butter. If I pop this lid, you can't really see, but this is hot. There's some steam coming out of this. So this is a real creamy, thick nut butter. In fact, I'll scoop some out and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. The common mistake is over blending it, and so it comes out like soup. And what that does is it just gets all over your container, makes a huge mess. So come take a look at the texture of this. It looks
a lot creamier.
A lot creamier than you think. Now, ideally, I want to have and I didn't do a great job at this, but I want to have as little peanut butter along the high edges as possible, and most of it down here. And what that means is hot water, maybe 2 cups with some soap, is going to clean this, and I'll show you that in a second. Well, if you want to make a treat out of it, what you do is you'll add in some half and half and some soy milk or any kind of milk. We have this on the website too. You guys can check it out.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And then ice and chocolate. You can use any kind of like quick chocolate milk mix, and you get a chocolate peanut butter smoothie, which is awesome.
So good.
You can even add some protein into it. Like we have a protein blend there, and you can make a post-workout shake.
I was just going to touch on this. I just made a base. This is an ice cream base. You could add cinnamon. You could add chocolate or cocoa. You could add banana nut.
So that's it. So that's our how to freeze, how to cook, how to properly use the tamper, and a bunch of other how-tos. So join us next time. Thanks, guys.